What's up, y'all? Welcome back to today's video, and today we are watching when anime dads showcase their power. So let's jump to it. Oh yeah, already one of the best dads there. Well, I might have to hold on that. I have to think on that. He would have been the best dad if he didn't die.
And oftentimes the strongest rivals our protagonists have. After 2 volumes of mentors showing off their power and flexing, I think that it's just right for me to feature dads this time. It's their turn to shine, and I do agree that there may be some overlaps in the terms of
He kind of should have done this a Mother's one for Mother's Day, you know?
I can't wait to shine the spotlight on them.
This could have came out for Father's Day.
Hey, April is just like that. Let's start things off fast and furious with Hohenheim.
Oh, I'm getting spoiled so hard. I thought he looked a little familiar.
Swagger Hohenheim carried when he set out his and Al's plan to seal Pride, which is ironic because throughout the scene he stays so composed. Despite being a man with little pride, Hohenheim is one who easily shows off his mettle in more subtle ways. That's simply his style to never overdo things with his power. Best moment for me is how he doesn't flinch at Pride's attack. The biggest way to flex your superiority is to just stay in line of an attack that you know won't reach you head on, right? Really, who does Pride think he is with picking his opponent? Then again, he really is Pride, so it's a mildly assuming turn of events. Knowing how things in FMA turn out, I'm pretty sure this battle
oh my gosh, oh my gosh, he's Pride? He's one of the sins? Yo.
Isshin takes the next spot on the list.
I have no words. This Bleach. I just want to move on to the next show.
Most of Bleach, we didn't know much about who Isshin is. He's just the annoying Kurosaki dad who pisses Ichigo and Karin off. However, when push comes to shove, he doesn't hesitate in showing off his true capabilities. It's something Grand Fisher finds out the hard way. It's funny because Grand Fisher comes out acting all arrogant. The villain was so confident in his own abilities just because he got a new evolution. Well, it sucks for him that he had to run into one of the stronger characters in the show, and that's no exaggeration. Isshin utterly wipes the floor with Grand Fisher, destroying him in a span of a couple of seconds before leaving with some choice words of his own. Beware the goofy ones, as they say. Local comedic dad ends up being captain level all this time, and I found it interesting that Grand Fisher never got his rematch with Ichigo. It's Daddy who finishes the job avenging Masaki. Endeavor versus Nomu is my next pick.
Shit. This one right here is amazing fight. Amazing fight.
For someone like Endeavor. He's not winning any.
He's not the best dad. Yeah, he's not the best dad at all. He's trying though.
Todoroki feels so much pressure and hatred towards his dad, if not for his dad to be second only to All Might. If you're gonna ask me to pick just one Endeavor moment to show how strong he is, look no further than the fight against Nomu. It's as fiery and intense as Endeavor is, and for me, the most badass moment in the fight comes in how he unleashes everything on the high-end Nomu, overcoming even its regeneration. It's such a treat watching him talk about beating the Nomu so bad that it can't even regenerate itself in time before getting burned in an almighty inferno. This fight also doubles as a redemption moment for him, so that's something to take note of as well. The scene surrounding this humanized Endeavor in so many ways. I didn't
became the number one after that.
Watching him to go to work, but here we are remembering this as one of the greatest highlights of Endeavor, not just
true number one hero.
The emotions it made us feel. Endeavor is no All Might, but we all get that. He is a more than fitting successor though, and the way in which he dispatched this Nomu is testament to that.
Yep, showed that number one power right there. It's One Piece.
Luffy has one big case of disappeared dad syndrome. At least his dad isn't dead. He's just there, roaming around and leading the Revolutionary Army, a story that I wouldn't mind seeing more of. However, he does come in clutch a lot of times. The first time we see him take part directly in the story, we see him stopping Smoker from harming his son. It's such a simple act, but it's made all the better with the presentation. The thunder, the ominous atmosphere, the way they revealed him. You know, Dragon means business with how he just walks in, grabs
now that I think about it, all these dads in anime just be, they be dipping. They be dipping, going on their own adventures, doing their own shit, saying fuck the kids, FTK, and then they come back a little later just, hey, you need to do better.
To feature Umibos versus Kamui. Amibos and Gamui have quite the thorny history. Remember, this is a son who literally tried to kill his dad for power, so I mean, that's quite hardcore, I have to say.
That's cool.
Since then, the two have had another run-in as members of opposing forces in the Rakuyo decisive battle arc. Gamui sure knew how to make an entrance here, slicing Shiga into two just like that. However, Gamui is truly a fool to think that those theatrics could phase his father. Even after slicing off the mountain and coming at him with the humongous sword, Gamui
this
still
kid's got a
fails to land
problem.
a decisive blow. Turns out his old man still got it.
He probably never got his ass whooped.
Gamui's showcase of power to his dad, it's the dad who shatters the sword, seizing the moment and turning it into his showcase of power. Talk about a sudden momentum shift. Gamui tried going all fancy with his entrance and his feats of strength, only to have everything turned against him. It's so great to watch. The succeeding fight featuring Kagura only serves to up the ante. Yusuke vs Ryzen is next, showing us that dad versus son fights have always been one of the staples in anime. Ryzen is by far the strongest fighter in the whole of Yu Yu Hakusho. There is no other way around it, honestly speaking. For all that the protagonists have fought and overcome in the entire run of the show until now, Yusuke still finds himself demolished by Ryzen when they finally had a chance to fight. The insane part about this is that Ryzen wasn't even at full strength. They fought in such a one-sided affair, but the Ryzen that Yusuke fought never showed his true power. That's a flex if I'd ever seen one, but it's not like Ryzen was intentionally holding back to show off against his son. He legit couldn't fight at full strength at that point in the story for reasons that the story soon reveals. It still makes one wonder what full strength Ryzen could have been like, or how much more one-sided the resulting fight would have been. This won't be the end of the dads who have power that far
He's just beating
eclipses
his
their
ass.
sons. No, definitely not. And I hope you can already guess who else is going to be at the end of this list. Minato versus Killer Bee and Raikage is a showdown that isn't talked about enough.
Shit. His little teleportation jutsu, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that shit was so rough.
Sometime before the start
He
of
was
the
the
story,
fastest.
Minato had a run-in with both Raikage
fastest
and a very
shinobi.
young Killer Bee. The two forces recognized each other and knew not to take each other lightly, but we all know that Raikage doesn't back down from a fight. What followed was an exchange of blitzes. On paper, Raikage and Killer Bee could have the advantage due to the numbers game, but Minato is just that
He was
good,
already
just
steps
that
ahead.
and just that much better in reflexes. He made the two look completely inferior despite them being capable fighters. Minato came ready for a 2-on-1, and after the exchange of blows, he sure came out looking better. The series hammers it home that Minato is the way superior fighter. While there's an argument of Minato not legitimately winning due to not killing A or something, I don't think that those arguments hold more weight to what the show spoon feeds us with. Lastly, we close the list with Yujiro versus 100 Cops.
Oh my gosh, this crazy ass dad.
Did you guess it right a few moments
I'm not
ago?
surprised he's on
Indeed,
here.
We have the almighty Yujiro gracing us with his presence atop the list. A monster of a man that Baki aims to beat, Yujiro has had a lot of showcases of strength in the Baki anime. You could point to his numerous fights.
I haven't watched the show, but I hope he beats him.
For the list,
I
think that
hope so.
Yujiro taking on
This
100
dude
Cops
crazy.
is simple and effective. 100 to 1 advantage is frankly a joke, considering this isn't the first time we've seen it. Berserk ringing any bells? Yeah, what about that? Still, it doesn't stop making the one-man army look completely overpowered. Here, Yujiro easily dispatches every cop in sight using nothing but his bare-handed combat. No guns, no powers, nothing else needed but his sheer unmatched power in terms of combat. This
His hands
is
are
the guy that Baki
huge.
aims to surpass. Good luck, champ. You're gonna need it.
Like, what was the point?
And that wraps up the list of dads showcasing their power. Once again, if you like what you're seeing, then make sure to use that.
That was good. That was pretty cool. It's pretty cool, you know. Like I said, most of those dads are assholes in the show. So they just come back and just, you know, come back from their adventure after ditching their kids and just showcase their power, literally. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video.